How we doing, boys? Welcome back to another FIFA 23 video on the channel. I'm Slater. In today's video, I want to tell you everything you need to know about what to expect in the upcoming Footies promo. Now, I expect the Footies promo to drop July 7th. Last year, we had 4 shapeshifters teams. I'm going to explain to you why I don't believe that's going to be the case this year. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all the SBC content you know, fodder that was needed to be invested in, the card types that were being used, the SBC content that was being dropped, the teams that were being released, everything that happened in Footies, which ended up being a really great kind of finale-ish promo to FIFA 22, and hope that some of this information carries into FIFA 23 so you guys can prepare yourself better than everyone else watching or just waiting for the promo. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, sub if you're new. Also, for your convenience, I've tabbed out the video, so if you want to see the teams, the SBC content, the fodder SBCs, casino SBC stuff, all the different content is going to be tabbed below, so you can kind of just like fast forward and grind through it. And the reason why I do this is like I think people kind of want to know a lot of the time what different type of fodder you're going to need or SBCs you need to expect when prepping for a brand new promo in FIFA. So let's dive into all this stuff right here and right now. So first one I want to show you is some of the teams that dropped during the Footies promo last year in FIFA 22. So you'll notice on your screen they called them batches. It was batch 1, batch 2, batch 3. We had 4 shapeshifter teams last year. I don't believe we're going to have a 4th one this year because the day login SBC dropped. It was only for 7 days. It runs to the end of what seems like team 3. I think if there were 2 additional weeks of shapeshifters, like a team 3 and a team 4, it would have been a 14-day daily login. So there's also a big rumor that EAFC is going to drop earlier this year in August. And considering Footies was a 3-week promo last year, I would assume that this would kind of run us right through the end of July. Maybe we get a preseason promo like we did last year in August, and then middle August, end of August comes EAFC, the new title release from EA Sports as they finally branch away from FIFA as a game. So these were the teams that dropped in FIFA 22 from a Footies perspective. Some really big cards, right? Team of the Year Mbappe was released alongside the Dembuzi and St. Max Foot Fantasy cards. They had that Neymar winner wildcard card that came back out. So there was a lot of really big cards that dropped in Team 1. Team 2 got even better with some of the really big Team of the Season cards, including Benzema, Ronaldo, Salah. More Team of the Years came out alongside Vinny and Ney. And then in Team 3, like I said, we had a team 4 shapeshifters last year. I don't think we're going to have that this year. We had 99 rated Messi, 99 rated Ronaldo, 98 rated Ginola, and then those cards dropped. So assume like a Thierry Henry would get released in this type of group, right? A Pelé from the shapeshifters team, and then all these team of the year cards, the team of the season. So there's some really big cards alongside some random cards like Adidas Up and Nominee cards and Road to the Final cards. Like it's a very eclectic group of players that should drop in this game during this promo. What I really want to talk to you about, which I think is like the biggest part of this, is the next 2 parts, which is what type of like casino SBCs dropped in Footies, and then we want to go dive back into the Mendy and Neymar and Salah SBCs that dropped last year. They were absolutely insane. They were the first of their kind, and typically EA will do something for 2 years in a row. They will often not drop content from a year-to-year basis. They'll kind of run things out, they'll let them run their course, and then they'll try something new. So last year, we had a lot of crazy content. The first thing I'll tell you is the 85 by 10, which you can find over there, did not become fully repeatable all the way through Footies until the preseason promo. I just got a follow, and I'm not even streaming, so shout out to Good Super 1843. I appreciate you, man. That's very random, but thank you, dude. The 85 by 10, which dropped at the time, was just repeatable like on a day off basis or every couple days, and didn't drop all the way repeatable until preseason. And it's important to note it was an 87 overall team of the team of the season. We just saw an 85 by 7 drop in FIFA that was an 86 overall team, I think, in an 84. So we're already understanding that this is going to probably be, and that's an 85 by 7, not 85 by 10. So I would assume not only will we get the 85 by 10 not repeatable initially, but when it does drop during Footies, it will become a 2-part segment. It looks like they're pricing these things a little higher. They kind of want to take as many cards out of your club as possible, which makes them not like infinitely regrindable the way that they typically are when they're one segment, right? If they're 2 segments, 85 by 10, it's not one of those things that you're just opening and then you're throwing all the players back into it in a couple like 82s and then you do it all over again, right? This is going to probably be a little bit more of a drawn out process. One of the big ones up here was a 90 by 7 FUTTIES upgrade, which was really cool. It cost an 85, an 88, and an 89, and 2 Team of the Seasons at the time. But that was an absolutely massive pack and a great opportunity for you to pack some of the best cards. That came out at the back end of the FUTTIES promo. It was kind of the last Hail Mary pack that we had to pack some of the really kind of juice cards that are out in the game. The other really fun stuff that happened was we had a 94 plus shapeshifters player pick, which was great. A ton of people loved doing this. It was repeatable consistently, I think every either day or a couple of days. It contained every single player from team 1, 2, 3, and 4 shapeshifters last year at a 94 rated plus card for an 86 and an 88 overall team. Just the 88, I believe, needed the team of the season. And that was a ton of fun, right? That was a really great way for you to try and get that Messi into your team, that Ronaldo into your team, that Ginola, trying to get like that last grab at some of the best shapeshifter cards in the game. And considering we just saw TT and we've seen a lot of really great players drop in shapeshifters promo right now, Paul Pogba in this new team, right? There's a lot of great cards that have dropped. This would be another opportunity for you to try and take a swing at some of those cards. Then we had 2 very random casino SBCs that were on the more cheap side. We had a Brazil player pick, which was like from a lot of different promos throughout the course of the year. You could get any Brazilian player that had dropped. So there were like a lot of really cool options you get. I think it was mostly SBC related content, but it was only an 84 overall with the team of the week. And then there was an SA campaign bag player pick. There's some other stuff like this too, but like this was an example that you'd get 1 of 3 Serie A players from either Foot Birthday, Fantasy Foot, Foot Captains, Tots, or Shapeshifters. So once again, it was a very like scammy way to just kind of throw away an 85 overall team for what you usually got were cards that were kind of worthless at this point in the game. But here is like what I would say is like a lot of the casino SBCs you can see, right? So we'll see fodder packs, we'll see a ton of player picks. We had upgrades as well throughout the course of this grind too, to help you try and grind these on a repetitive basis. So there is a lot of the SBC content that we saw, and what you notice is, right, which we're kind of already seeing with the team of the season SBC that's dropped daily right now, which you saw with the year in view player pick, which you saw with the 85x7. Like EA I think are really doing a methodical job of attacking your 84s, 85s, and 86s in your club, because what ends up happening is that you get to the point where your club is very high loaded, you have like 90 plus rated cards everywhere, and you start missing that middle tier fodder, and all of a sudden we're doing SBCs, you're totally overcompensating. You're throwing 92s and 93s and 94s into SBCs with 81s, rather than kind of making it very diversified with 84s, 85s, and 86s. So this is something I would definitely keep an eye out for. They're already attacking your middle range fodder right now in FIFA, and it looks like if FUTTIES drops on Friday, which is not a guarantee, as I mentioned already in this video, this is just what I expect to come out on Friday, they will once again go right at your middle tier fodder. And speaking of fodder and stuff that you probably want for your club, let's dive into some of the biggest SBC content we've ever seen in FIFA. So last year, and I highlighted, you may notice there's like a different tint on Mendy, Neymar, and Salah, and that's because those SBCs were categorically different than every other FUTTIES SBC. There were other ones outside the cards you see on your screen here, but I'm just showing you the caliber of player, right? Ferland Mendy, Neymar, Salah, Dembele, Griezmann, Barrel. These are massive cards. It's obviously endgame, so it makes sense, but these are huge cards that you can add. And Mendy got a position change, and Salah got a position change, right? So there's a little bit of variability in the card types alongside just the sheer meta of the cards around you. The reality of why I highlighted Mendy, Neymar, and Salah is because they were the first ever cards to have a unique requirements, including teams that were solely special cards. So obviously, a lot of us view SBCs as like, I needed an 87 and an 88 and an 89, whatever it's going to be. Neymar, Mendy, and Salah, Mendy being the first of its kind, were SBCs where not only did you need fodder, components in terms of like 88, 89, 90 plus overall teams, you also needed teams that were like 4 foot birthdays. That was all the team was. Or 3 shapeshifters, or 6 team of the seasons, or 2 foot captains, which is a promo that doesn't exist anymore. But I'm just saying, just to give you an idea, there was like 4 winter wild cards or future stars. And what happened was that a lot of people it became very easy for you to grind the 89s, the 90s, the 91s. But if you didn't instantly have in your club foot birthdays that were available to you, or foot captains, for example, or winter wild card, a lot of these different card types, future stars, if you didn't have them in your club already, and you didn't, when the SBCs come out, instantly, especially Mendy, he was the first one to do this, get these cards in the market, you were literally you were like done with an 18 segment SBC. Like I think Neymar or Salah was 18 segments. You'd be done with like 17 of 18 segments of Salah, and you couldn't snipe a foot captain's card because they were extinct. They were a super old promo. People had already moved on with those cards, as a whole. People that were buying them, probably bought a ton of them, then flipped them, and then they went right into SBC. So there's no resupply of these cards, alongside the fact that you're not getting, obviously, the ability to buy them. And you can only get some of these cards at random SBCs that drop, but this is something to look out for. I would say if you have, you know, like a lot of coins in your club, right? Like let's say you're kind of sitting there with a lot of coins. You see on Thursday, something like that, maybe they do drop a footies loading screen. I would guess they would drop something like this again. I would think because they did it for the first time last year, they're not going to not do it again. If you have like some coins to spare, it may not be a bad idea to go pick up one or two of like a bunch of kind of older promo cards, you know, winter wild cards, future stars, foot birthday, you know, kind of like stinky little fodder-esque cards that you know that you're not going to lose anything on because they always have the value of their rating. And then coinciding, like maybe this SBC drops and you either an SBC of this caliber type drops and you're like, oh my God, like I'm about to clean up. I can either just, I don't have to worry about the secondary market. I can put these cards straight in my SBC because I want to get a Mendy or whatever SBC card might drop. Or you're like, hey, look, I just made a fortune because literally a card last year, for example, was Foot Captain's Koke from Atletico Madrid was like literally a nobody. And then this SBC came out, I think it was Mendy was the first one that you need to put captains for. And all of a sudden he was extinct. You know, his price of his card rose like 5x. And you couldn't even snipe him because his max buy was so off of what it would have needed to be to have them be on the market. Like people were sniping these guys at 60K, and people probably purchased them for 13K, 15K, you know, just literally a week before. So just an idea of what you can look at. And if you want to see just for yourself, this is kind of the last slide I have for you guys, just to show you, this was Mendy. So Mendy literally had, just to show you, like winter wildcard, exchange a squad featuring winter wildcard players, future stars, exchange a squad, you know, featuring future star players, foot birthday. See, so this was something we'd never seen before. And then on top of this, he had all these different segments of overall teams. And he was a phenomenal card. I did that SBC. It was a crazy grind, but it was super fun to do. But he was a phenomenal card. But I'm just showing you, this is something that could potentially drop in the upcoming promo of footies. And that is it for my rant today. I hope this video helps you guys. We did what to expect all throughout the team of the season to prep you guys for upcoming content, but EA totally changed team of the season, unlike I've ever seen before, in terms of just really not dropping a lot of upgrade content and stuff like that. Footies, I hope, is the next promo coming out, because that would mean we are actually going to get EAFC a lot earlier this year, potentially a full month earlier than we did the previous game cycle, which is great because that'll actually like line up with the season starting for a lot of major leagues. So realistically here, if we do get footies, which I believe is going to happen, I don't think we're going to see a Shapeshifters team 4. If we do get footies, this is some of the content you can expect. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hope it helped you. You know, once again, if you see that loading screen pop up, it might make sense to try and figure out your strategy. Should I maybe snatch some cards if they're low on the market, or 84 is down in price, or 85s or 86 is down in price? Are some of these, you know, random old promo cards that I have, like I have a 1.5 million. Let me go throw 100K worth of fodder into 10 cards from, or maybe more like 5 or 8 cards from older promos, just to have in my back pocket in case this drops. And then if it doesn't drop, well then, you know what, who would I lose? 15, 20K in the long run. So this is something I would just say have in the back burner. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Sub if you're new for all FIFA content, tips, stuff like that. Going to be releasing some EAFC videos here in the next couple of weeks in terms of what we know, what we can expect. So very excited for the new game cycle. And if you are still grinding FIFA, man, good luck with your shapeshifters back end of the promo, and good luck for the rest of the cycle. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.